think of learning, a lot of times it seems like academic and I have to go to a book and get this piece of knowledge out of it. I think the most learning I've done is by actually just trying to do stuff. Maybe 50% of the time, hopefully it's not 50% of the time, it doesn't work, but then I try it again and it works. So I think sometimes knowing is not enough. You just actually have to sort of jump in and try something, and then you'll figure out if it works or if it doesn't, and it's a great way to really experience something versus sort of thinking you know it. Just to stay engaged, and I think being interested in what's going on is just good for oneself, right? I think there's so many people who are doing interesting things out there that you can learn from. You'll only benefit from continuing to learn from those folks. And I do a lot of things that are unrelated to work that I think are interesting to do, right? And it could be simple things like I did fantasy football for the first time a couple of years ago, right? And I love football, but I never really thought I'd be that interested in this. So I don't think learning has to be something that is daunting, and it doesn't mean you're going to go get a PhD in something. It could just be pushing yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit. And sometimes you'll find things that you really are passionate or interested in. So, as the sort of the mundane fantasy football example, 2 years ago I'd never done it. Now I'm in 2 leagues this year because I realized it's something that's really interesting to me. It just makes life more interesting if you continue to learn new skills and learn from new people and meet interesting folks that can help teach you things. I dropped my daughter off to school, kindergarten, yesterday for the first time, and I think what I learned was that she's a lot more resilient than I am. So I think I was much more nervous about her first day than she was, and so I think sometimes I don't give her credit for being sometimes more grown up than even I am. So, she kind of just was like, all right, bye, Daddy, and she went in and she was like totally, thought this was going to be this amazing experience, and I'm worried about every little thing. So, it sort of just put into perspective that sometimes I think I and my wife over worry about things, and she'll be fine, and she's not the first kid to go to kindergarten, and she won't be the last, and she'll do just all right. So yeah, I think that was my sort of most recent learning just by watching her.
Hi, I'm Russell Sarder, Chairman and CEO of Netcom Learning. Netcom Learning's purpose is to promote the values of lifelong learning. The moment we think we know it all, we stop growing. Develop the passion for learning, be a lifelong learner.